industry-wide, at least in Massachusetts, and they did it retroactively, which really hurt, and they just happened to be put in my bank account, so they said you're a few $1,000s later than you thought you were. But, you know, actions like that hurt. That I was able to survive it, barely. But my business was able to survive it. We scaled back. We hire less people now. So what's that do? That puts more people on unemployment. And some businesses didn't make it. So that's even more people on unemployment. So my 12.5% rate is probably going to be increased to 14.5%, 15.5% anytime now, retroactively. And what's that going to do? That's going to make me get rid of maybe one more person or both people, and it's going to make my overhead greater than my profit, in which case I'll have to close, and that's going to unemploy more people. That's going to put more people on unemployment and food stamps, and government mass welfare, or whatever it is. And it's a snowball effect. I've been reading a lot on economics, and the depression was caused by the same very practices that we're incorporating now. Taxation, spending, and entitlements programs. They didn't call them entitlement programs back then. But those exacerbated the depression. It started out as a recession and turned into a great depression that lasted nearly 10 years, nearly a decade. We'd probably still be in it if it weren't for World War II. So it has a devastating effect on business practices. Right now, it has a devastating effect. And once you move away from my service industry thing and you get into production, like making these tables, we have to pay people a minimum of, I don't know what minimum wage is, I'm sorry. Let's say it's $7.50. We have to pay people $7.50 an hour to make these tables. We have to pay workers' comp on them, we have to pay unemployment on them, we have to pay Social Security on them. So $7.50 an hour person usually translates to about $12.50 an hour for that person. Okay. We have to provide health care now, at least 30% of the health care. And in China, they don't have to do any of this stuff. So the ABC cable company will start weighing in when it becomes more cost productive to move their factory from Massachusetts to China or Mexico or Canada or wherever because of tax rates and regulations. And on that very day, most businesses will move overseas. And it's happening at an alarming rate. We will not bring any industry back to this country or foster new growth in this country unless we decrease the taxation and make it easier for business to do business in the United States. I don't care what anybody promises you.
I need you to hold that one, baby. For the longest time, in Massachusetts, we've had a one-party state on the state level, and I can't remember the last time we had more than one Republican on the federal level, and it's very rare that we've had one. To what degree do we as citizens of the state have to hold ourselves responsible for what's been going on? And what do you think made the difference to get all of us involved that's made the change that you've seen?
We're all responsible for where we are today. The American public is responsible for the government they have. But I'm sure everybody's heard before that people get the government they deserve. That's not too much for us right now. But the people woke up, as you're alluding to. What caused it? I think, at least myself, I became very, very concerned with the TARP bailout. That was the resounding factor for me and a lot of people. A lot of the people that I'm involved with today, shortly after the TARP bailout, we knew that using citizen funds to pay for people that have made bad decisions was a bad idea. And that started waking people up. And now, with this Congress that we have, with the present executive, they have a free reign, they just run wild. The spending is absolutely out of control. We have more than double the amount of currency we have in America. If you don't know what that means, that means if we had $100 out in circulation, the government needs more money, and they're afraid to tax you over it because tax is a bad word. So they print another $100. Your money is now worth 50% of what it used to. The government gets to spend it at full face value. And the industry they give to, in this case the banks, gets to spend it at full face value. You know who this hurts the most? People on fixed incomes. Because they're the last people to see this money as it trickles down. And by the time it trickles down to them, it is actually worth the 50% of what it used to be worth. So that's what has made people wake up. People are realizing that. I've been to Tea Party meetings, I've had them at my house, and we have people sitting around reading the Constitution. When was the last time that happened? We have online groups studying Keynesian and Sayesian economics. We're boring people, but we're concerned with the future of our country. And there are a lot of people, and it's growing every day, try as they might, to attack the Tea Parties and attack American citizens. That's falling on deaf ears. The word racist has been overused. The American people are waking up. I'm asking the American people to make hard choices. I'm telling you, I don't want to bring anything home to you. I don't want to do any pork spending in Massachusetts. I don't want to... I don't want to subsidize industry in Massachusetts. I want a level playing field. I want to stop the federal government from taking our money to begin with. I want to let you, in the town of Leominster, figure out how you want to invest your money. If it's important enough for you to invest in your community, that's exactly what you will do. That's my vision for the first district of Massachusetts. That's my vision for the United States of America. I need Rich Bastion when you elect him to say that. I need him to say, no, we don't want your money. We want you to leave us alone. Just go away. Leave us be. We'll take care of ourselves. That's going to take courage. But we need that to happen. The first revolution started in America. In Massachusetts. We need the second American Revolution to start in Massachusetts. And that revolution is simply half a ballot box.